Hey guys, it's Sunday night, and from my time check, it's 10 minutes to 9 p.m., 10 minutes before the hour of 9 o'clock in the night, and it's a Sunday night. So, I want us to do an analysis on BTC. We start from the daily chart, then we proceed to the latest chart, which is the chart that we normally use for entry. That's the 15 minutes time frame. That's the 15 minutes chart. So we are looking at the daily chart here. That's the daily chart of BTC. We can see so far how the movement has been. And we saw when BTC bottomed out, that was when it dropped to a low of um $15,000. That was on the 21st of November 2022. And since then, BTC has been making series of higher highs up until when it broke out. It broke out of this resistance, this white line here. Let me change the color so that it doesn't confuse us. Let me change it to red. This red line here that served as a resistance, it broke above it, and since then BTC has actually been making some appreciable move upwards, and then it started forming this channel. This is the channel I mean. These two lines here, this one here, these two lines here. Okay, these two lines that I donated with the blue color, that's the channel I mean. BTC has actually been within that in that channel until this point where it broke below it. Is the point I mean, where it broke below the channel. That's it broke below the support and then came here. This is what ideally we would call this a retest. It actually came for a retest. That was when it dropped to a low of $19,700. And of course, this analysis is from the Binance app. I'm using the spot, not the futures. Okay, so it dropped to a low of $19,700. That was on the 10th day of March 2023, and then it actually picked up. So this is where the price of BTC is now, and then the question is, what happens? What happens? What are we expecting? So for us to get a clearer picture, we'll have to switch to other lower time frames. From the daily chart, we go to 4-hour charts to look at what is happening. Okay, so for us to have a better glimpse of the whole analysis itself. Okay, so you can see what has been happening here: a series of chart patterns followed by a breakout. We had this chart pattern here followed by a breakout. This is the chart pattern I meant. We had this chart pattern that was followed by this breakout here, and then we had another chart pattern here, okay, where it formed a channel here. Okay, formed a bull flag here. This is the bull flag I mean. This thing here, this is the bull flag. It formed this bull flag followed by a breakout, and then this is what we are having here now. This is what we are having here. We had this one here from this very chart pattern here, from this chart pattern that was followed by a breakout, and now this is where we are. This is where, so if you look at this objectively, it has this chart pattern that is forming almost has the same structure as this one that was formed there, of which after it there was a breakout. So look at what is happening here right now. For us to get a clearer picture of it, we need to also switch to the lower time frame, which is also the 1-hour chart. Okay, so look at what is currently happening here in the 1-hour chart. We saw this chart pattern here that formed, and now there is this breakout. There was this breakout that occurred there. That's today being Sunday. That's on the 16th, around 1900. We had this breakout that occurred here, and right now the price action is currently above this chart pattern. So I'm thinking, from what we've analyzed so far, I'm thinking that there's a possibility of us seeing BTC. Of course, BTC has to hit this very resistance here, because if you look so far, you discover that all this, whenever BTC hits this resistance, it actually comes for a correction. It hits the resistance here, came for a correction, hits the resistance here again, came for a correction. If you also backdate the chart, you might still see something of that nature. So this resistance becomes an area of value, area of focus for us. So we've seen that it actually hits the resistance there. Now came for a correction, corrected up onto this very point where it is actually breaking out of this very resistance. So for us to know if this breakout has fully occurred, we need to look at it from the 4-hour chart, because 4-hour chart will give us a clearer picture. Now, looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see what is happening here, that although the candle hasn't closed, but it's giving us a bullish vibe. Although there is actually a wick. Remember I said that wick normally signifies rejection. So we are seeing this wick. So we can't conclude that this thing is a breakout until this 4-hour candle closes. So it's at the event of its closure that we cannot decide that, oh, truly this thing is a breakout. So wherever this candle closes, we tell us if what we have is a breakout or a fake out. So for us to affirm that this is truly a breakout, needs to close above this very resistance. This very resistance, it needs to close above it. So once it closes above it, we should be expecting BTC to in the coming weeks, we'll be expecting BTC to hit around 32k or thereabouts. Okay, so knowing fully well that all this while BTC has already always retested this resistance, it retested it here. That was when it got to a high of 31,170 before this correction. So assuming that this candle eventually close, this a 4-hour candle eventually closes bullish, so we should be expecting BTC in the coming time to, let me denote it with an arrow, which what we've always done. We should be expecting BTC to maybe get as high as 31.5, even 32,000. Someone said 32,000. I think it's pretty much possible. Yes, we could see BTC get to as high as 32,000 this coming week. So that's actually my projection. But then I said the only criteria for us to affirm this is that this 4-hour chart closes bullish. That's what I normally use for my confirmation. I need to see that the 4-hour candle closes above. So we don't have to judge with the 1 hour, because when you look at this 1 hour, 1 hour is already telling us that it has closed. Look at what happened in 1 hour. It closed above this. It closed around 30,300. It closed $30,500. But look at the next 1 hour candle. Look at what's happening now. It's actually showing us a bullish sign. So for us to confirm this, we need to do that with the 4-hour chart, because that's the one that will really tell us what is going to happen. So we'll have to wait for this 4 hour to close. Wherever it closes, will tell us the next place that BTC is actually headed to. So that's pretty much what I want to share with us this trading week. So like I said, the BTC closing bullish here gives me more if a bullish vibe. I'll be more bullish if I see that BTC close the 4-hour candle closes above this current resistance. And I think to a large extent, it's possible for us to close. So this week, possibly we'll be looking at $32,000 for BTC. So that's pretty much what I want to share with us concerning the BTC analysis. I'll talk to you guys soon.